In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all 2 stocks to keep in your watch list for this week. I'm also going to be looking at the overall markets to get you guys prepared as always. Y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the NASDAQ right here. All right. And so far, the market didn't really hit 20,500 like I thought it would. There was some turbulence out the gates on Thursday morning. First, we had the little gap up, and then it started to slowly fade into the open on Thursday, and immediately we started to sell off. All right. Previous lows started to get taken out. We got this level right here from pre-markets, from the morning actually getting taken out, and then followed by this one right here getting taken out, and it closing at the lows. Are the bears taking control of the overall market right now? It looks like it. It's looking like we're about to roll over. All right, this is a massive move. Keep in mind, we went up from the lows of 17.1 all the way up there, an 18% move in a little bit over 2 months. So a pullback would actually be healthy for the markets. So don't be surprised if we see more selling pressure tomorrow and Tuesday. Just do not be surprised. All right, let's check out the VIX because it's been a while, and the VIX didn't really get down to 12. It just stayed at 12.5 and then really started going. When we look at the daily chart, it wants to make a turnaround. It wants to climb back up to 15. And I think it's not too much to ask for the VIX. All right. So just watch and see how everything behaves when we get to 15. If it starts to collapse a little bit, then that means that the bulls are dip buying a SPY and everything is going to continue upwards. All right. But just be very watchful how the markets behave when we get there. Now, the first stock that I want to share with all of you in today's video, that stock is BAC, Bank of America. All right. Now, I want to share Bank of America with y'all because of this simple reason. First and foremost, massive move throughout the past 7 to 8 months. All right. Next thing, it's looking kind of lumpy. It's looking like it wants to roll over. The volume from Friday is enormous compared to what happened throughout the last 2 weeks even. All right. It's enormous. Now we're going to zoom into the chart. That way y'all can see the real reason why I wanted to share it with y'all. There's a structure on the 5-minute. It's right here. There is a bearish pennant that broke down during power hour on Friday. And with the way the indices are looking right now, being a little negative, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised for this thing to actually roll over and fall some more. Where could it fall? Ideally, a drop to 38.50 would be phenomenal for shorts. All right, so just based off of this little thing alone, watching for a drop down here tomorrow by like 11 a.m. maybe noon. All right, maybe noon. So that's my thoughts on Bank of America. Maybe the other banks are going to follow this move as well, maybe. All right, let's check out. Let's see. Wells Fargo also had a sell-off and close, not near the lows, but it closed kind of halfway. Looking at the daily, it's not looking too spectacular. Massive rejection at this level at $60. All right, it's been rejecting for weeks, and this kind of looks like a dead cat bounce where it goes up to, let me go on the 4-hour, that way I can really see what's going on. So this is the 4-hour, and like I said, dead cat bounce where we drop, we break below this previous low, and then this previous low becomes new resistance, right? And these individuals up here who bought calls right here, they're trapped bulls. And if you open lower, they're going to contribute to the sell-off in the next few days. All right, so just keep your eyes out on the banks for that. Now, the next one, the next stock that I want to share with all of you, that stock is HIMS. HIMS. All right. Now, I want to share HIMS with y'all because the stock is kind of a bubble. It's really high, and when I zoom out like this, there's a lot of short sellers right here, or I would say, you know what? No. There is a lot of FOMO buyers up here who have been given a second chance 3 years later to pretty much break even, and they definitely are starting to take that chance, and they're taking either they're breaking even or they're taking really small losses. All right, those are stubborn. Those who are stubborn, their stop losses are gonna get triggered as they fall lower. I have an alert right at 17.9. Why? Because I do believe that it's gonna get there at some point. There's also two gaps to worry about. There's the one right here, right at 17.2, and there's one that's even lower, right at $15. All right, that's kind of aggressive. I don't know exactly when we're gonna drop there, but it moved down to 20 bucks. Either by Monday or Tuesday wouldn't be too much to ask, especially given the fact that the stock has been bumped up for quite some time now, and a pullback would be a healthy thing for him. So that's the second stock that I want to share with y'all in today's video. Now let's do some updates. Last week I shared with you guys Netty. All right, now with Netty was looking quite good until it pulled back to retest support. Which, is it annoying? Yeah. All right, I was in TTD, which looked quite similar to Netty, because let me look at here. So this is the Discord. It had an ascending triangle on there, and I thought that was spectacular and that it could actually run the way Netty did. All right, but instead I had to get out literally 2 minutes after the market opened and just sell my calls on TTD for the same reason, why I would have gotten out of Netty if I was in Netty. All right, now let's look at TTD. So this is TTD, and this is the exits right here. So I buy calls right there, looking for the break of 99.5 because I had a price target of 106, and 2 minutes after the market opens I get out because a drop below the previous level of support was not supposed to happen, especially when something is really super clean like that. And remember, I can always get back in. All right, there is no reason for me to hold and hope. When a stock doesn't move exactly the way I want it to move, I get rid of it. And then I wait. If later I like it, I can always get it back at the close. Let's say if the price closed up here, I would have gotten the same contracts back again for another attempt the next day. But instead, it closed like this, and I didn't like that. All right, I didn't like the way it closed. It closed below support, so I wasn't interested in this one anymore. But what I did next is I waited until the last minutes of that session to get puts on NVDA, because NVIDIA had a massive run all the way up to 140, and it just started to tank with the overall market. So I had to buy puts on that one when it was teasing 132. The price target that I have on there is quite aggressive. Price target of 120. And I ended up getting rid of my puts for a 76% gain out the gates. I got out of there because of this dragonfly right there at the open. All right. And remember, y'all know my style. I like to swing at the close, and if the morning I'm in a solid position, like I'm in an advantage, like the stock is actually gapping in my direction, meaning down, right? I usually just sell half or all of it, depending on how this initial candle might seem. All right. So I got out with a 76% gain right there. I didn't catch the absolute bottom of that day. Eventually those contracts definitely doubled down here. They definitely did. All right. But that's all right. That's all right. A lot of y'all probably have questions about in the video. Could it go lower? I think so. Initially, I set price target of 120 for a good reason. And I think right now it's at 126. 120 isn't very, very far. It's only right here. All right, so we'll see exactly how this one opens up in the morning. It didn't close really strong at all. It actually closed near that day's lows. So, and also the indices aren't looking too bullish at the moment. So we'll see. We'll see if it actually makes it down to $120. That's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. All right, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, along with the details of the contracts that I buy, and most importantly, the reason why I take the trades that I take to begin with. That way you get to learn along the way. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. All right. Don't forget to follow my social media at Paul and Gumain at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.